Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel for the first time. The day is finally here. I'm going to sit down and tell you guys all about us moving. If you are new here, we bought our house back in 2019 in March. It is now July, the end of July of 2020. So we've only been in our house for a little over a year now. This is our first home. We absolutely love it. There is nothing wrong with it. But we're moving, and I've gotten a lot of questions since I first announced that we were moving. I posted it on my Instagram story for anyone who is like actually friends with me in real life that we were selling our house, and I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys who also follow me on Instagram. So I thought I'll just sit down and answer some of them. I'm going to start by just like telling you guys the story of why we decided to sell our house. There's nothing wrong with it. This is a dream to live in for where we are like at in our lives. We're close to family, have a great deck for entertaining, a pool, a hot tub. We have plenty of room and we absolutely love our house, but we have different dreams for us right now. The first question is, why are you guys moving? If you guys fast forward back in like mid-March when COVID started getting really bad and mortgage rates started like really tanking, we called our person that we financed this house through, and we were like, hey, can we just refinance our house, because we would be losing a huge percentage on interest that we pay every month, and that would just be like over time, that's a lot of money that you can save. And so our house right now that we have the loan for, our current house, is I think it's 4.5%, and the interest rates that are available throughout COVID have gone as low as like 2.5%, around like 3.1%. So we would be saving a ton of money in interest. So we were just like, let's just refinance our house. We love it here. We want to be here for a long time. Why not? However, we were on the phone with him and he was like, yeah, so you can get a really good rate if you refinance your house, but it's even better if you just buy a new one. Do you guys love your house? Do you want to stay there long term? Do you ever see yourselves moving? And we were like, I mean, we want to move. Like, we love our house. However, the area that we're in, we're getting hit with state taxes, city taxes. They just increased water for the next 2 years, 30%. And we have a pool and a hot tub, and so like that's very that hits us hard. And it's not like we can't afford all of the like taxes and stuff. It's just we would rather put our money somewhere else that we can put more use out of it other than just paying for taxes. We live in Ohio right now. David works in Kentucky, so not only do we pay Ohio city, state, and school district taxes for our area that we live, we also pay Kentucky's state tax, city tax, county tax for the location that David works. So we're not only getting hit hard with the high taxes in our current area, but out of David's paycheck every 2 weeks, I can hear my dog barking outside now, but out of David's paycheck every 2 weeks, we also get hit for taxes for Kentucky. So we're just like, yes, we can afford to pay the taxes, but like, we know about them. Why would we, if we could put that money towards like traveling or investing or like anything else other than just paying taxes? So when he said, how do you guys feel like moving? We were like, let's look at houses. Our biggest concern was where we wanted to live. So like this area that we live in now is like my dream area. I want to live outside the city limits for this particular area. Obviously for privacy reasons, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm in the greater Cincinnati area though. I would love to be back here long term, and originally we were like, okay, let's find somewhere with lots of land. You can build a studio, we can fix it up. And then we started thinking, you know, coronavirus had us stuck in our house and we couldn't see anyone for a long time anyway. So living far apart from people, like, we will be okay. We can just like make that drive when we need to see them. Like, it's not like, we thought it would just be so much like not seeing our family and stuff every single day. But like COVID taught us like, we're gonna be fine. We can make it work. And so we started thinking about, what would happen if we did move to Kentucky, if we did move closer to David's work, what would happen with that? And at first I was like, I don't want to. I have a business in Ohio, everything's all set up, it's nice and easy. But we got married and my legal name has changed and my business is tied to the old one, and it's just like a lot of stuff. So like I already have to pay to change everything for Ohio to like keep up with everything. So if I just register for a new business in Kentucky, like it's that part doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to redo something anyway. So I was like, okay. He finally got me on board for Kentucky. And so our vision was we were going to find a fixer-upper, flip it, you know, put a lot of sweat equity into it, and move out in like 2 to 3 years, move back to the area that we're currently in, and then with that we would just make a lot of money for our dream house down payment. However, we're not very good at sticking to our plans. We were looking at houses all over the Cincinnati area, all over the Kentucky area, or like northern Kentucky area. We were looking at houses that were, we walked into a house that was newly built just a few weeks before we walked into it to see what a fresh build would look like. We walked into houses that we could literally pay like cash for and that would need to be like completely gutted, and we're like, you know, very cringy. You were glad you had your face mask when you walked in there because you're like, ooh man, this is cringy. We walked into houses that had so much potential. However, it is also a seller's market. There are so many buyers and there are not enough homes for sale, specifically in the areas that we were kind of trying to stay around. And so that leads us to the next thing. We found a house that we loved. It was a gorgeous, like similar to like a Tudor home, and it had so much potential. We walked in, there's a dead bird laying on like the fireplace thing, and like ceilings falling out, the walls are caving in. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be such a fun project, like this would be awesome, we would love this, it had so much potential. Our dads loved it, they came and saw it, and we were like, this is good, like this is what we want. So we were like, okay, we're gonna put in an offer on it. This was a foreclosure property, but it was like run with like an auction system. It was brand new on the market, and they were going to take bids for it through like a private system or whatever. So we were like, all right, number one, we'll bid above asking price. We didn't really want to pay above asking price, but we were like, this is a great area, it's a hot market right now, we're gonna have to do this. And number two, our offer, if we would have like put contingent upon selling this house, they would have denied our offer because obviously other people are interested. They're not contingent on selling their home. So we were like, all right, well, we won't put that in, and we'll just go home tonight and list our house on the market like ASAP. So we were like, all right, let's put our house on, like list it. We didn't have anything officially signed with an agent or anything, but I was like, I just need to gauge interest to make sure like we can sell this house. If we go under contract for this new house, we need to get the ball rolling for our house so we have money for a down payment and like can like make this work. So I take a bunch of pictures of our current house. I'm a professional photographer, so that was not a difficult job for me. I just posted them on Facebook, said, hey, this is everything about our house. This is what we've changed since we've been here. You know, pool, hot tub, 3-bed, 3-bath, newly renovated lower level, awesome deck, cul-de-sac street, great area, awesome neighbors, you know, all that good stuff. The market here is so hot that someone messaged me that night that I posted this, asked to come see it the next day. We were up until midnight the night before, literally cleaning everything in our house. They were here at 8 a.m. They walked through and everything, and then they leave, and I'm just like, okay, I can close all my blinds, let the natural light not come in anymore, sit here in the dark and eat my cereal. And then they knocked at the door and they were like, hey, just so you know, we're gonna come back with an offer today. And I was like, okay. And so later that night we got an above asking price offer. We just did for sale by owner, so we didn't have any realtor fees, and we made quite a bit of money on our house for the amount of time that we lived here. I think the average is like you earn 3% of your house like each year. We made way above that, so that's awesome for us. Woohoo! But our house is really nice too, so you know. But we were like, okay, well, like we have to. Like we hadn't heard back from the other house yet about if our offer was accepted or denied, but we were like, let's just jump in and sell our house. So we were under contract to sell our house. That happened the day we had Finn's birthday party. And then 3 days go by and we hear back about the other house, and even though we went above asking price, someone else went $20,000 above what we had gone above asking price. So that was a no. We did not get that house, and we kept looking and looking and looking, and we were like devastated with that because we were like, that would have been perfect. We are currently, I'm so excited to see this, we're currently under contract for an even better house. This has everything on our checklist except for a fenced-in yard for Finn, but we'll figure that out in the future. I am so excited to show it to you guys if everything works out with it. We're under contract and still in like that negotiation period of like waiting in limbo and all of that, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes well. I'm not going to say much about it other than it is our dream neighborhood. David and I were like looking and looking. We kept going back to, well, if we could live in this specific neighborhood. Like I'm not talking about like city or area, I'm talking about like literally within this like street block. If we could live there, that would be the dream, but that would be like, that's totally out of our price range. Like we could never afford that, we could never do that. Blah 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 blah. It's happening, guys. The perfect house just fell right to us, and it does need some love. It's completely livable. It's not like some of the horror houses that we walked into to see before, but this we can completely customize and make our own. It's going to go up in value over the years so that we will still be able to make money when we sell it and build our dream house and all of that. But this is a house that both David and I are absolutely in love with. We keep saying like, this is our house for the next like 7 to 10 years. Like this is going to be awesome. We are so excited. There are so many good things about it, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. But that's all on that for right now. You guys gotta wait until we get the keys and we do like an empty house tour and all of that for any more information on it. But I'm so excited. Other than that, let me go through these questions that you guys have asked me. Okay, so a lot of people have asked, like the biggest question I've been asked is about David's job. He actually just got a promotion, so he has a new job from when we started looking at houses, but we're still good. He's still in Kentucky and everything like that, so David gets to keep his job. We're all good with that. A lot of people are asking why we're moving. I feel like I went over that a lot. It's just a really good financial move for us. We want something that we can fix up and make our own, and like we don't have kids yet. We're not planning on having kids anytime soon. You know, if we're gonna make kind of like a risky move to get something and put some work into it and all of that, why not now? You know, people keep asking, are we staying in the same area? I feel like this is a question I'm asked a lot just because we are such big travelers and all of that. If I did YouTube full time, which I would love to do, yes, we could just pick up and move. David has branches of his work all around the country that he could easily just transfer to. However, especially with him working from home now, like he could really go anywhere. However, for me, all of my clients are based in Cincinnati. I don't have, like, it took me probably 10 years to build up my clientele here, and I'm not ready to just let that go yet. So I'm not willing to move like outside of like an hour to like the Cincinnati area or like the Cincinnati city. So as long as I'm like within an hour, no matter what direction we go, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, wherever, I just want to be able to be here with my clients, I guess. But if YouTube ever takes off and I can do this full time, we'd be out of here, man. We'd be like, ooh, let's go explore. We talked about living on a bus for a while, and that would be so fun. So okay, but that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this journey. I'm so excited for all of the renovation videos I'm gonna have coming up and the empty house tour, and just so many exciting things are coming in the future. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!